give me a moment. Just adjusting my headset right now. Alright, I should be good to go. Ah, dear. I shouldn't have gone into the stream right away. I had a lot of food today, and, well, some consequences of doing that. Oh well. Anyways, this is gonna be the final Night in the Woods stream that I'm gonna do this year. Hold on, first and foremost, let's go to the menu. Ah, dear. After so many cancellations, after so many schedule reworks, after so many whatever, I am finally able to finish this game tonight. I don't have much left, I don't think. I got like a couple parts left and whatever else. And if the stream is like 2 hours long, then whatever. I don't think it'll be 2 hours. I think it's gonna be fine. I have no idea. And if it is short, I do have one thing I wanted to see if it works on stream. I think Lost Constellation is like a something else I could try. I think it was this game within the game, or whatever this is. It's more of like a story in the universe, but if I remember right, it was like when this game was being made, it was as a Kickstarter or something. Lost Constellation or whatever was something. Anywho, that's what I could do. That's what I might do. Let me just make sure. Okay, it should be good. Where we left off last time, if this works, about to be. We're near the end of the game. Just got a few more parts left. Okay. And whatever else is left. Let me think. Also, I don't know if my mic picks up like when I try doing like a voice or something. I hope it does. It probably is picking up poorly. I just can get what I can. That's why I'm trying to adjust my headset, because I think that because someone said that the mic I have sounds crunchy a bit. I'm trying my best. I think it being close to my mouth and I talk pretty loud doesn't help. And I guess it's a late night stream. It's pretty late. Oh dear. Anywho, without delay, Night in the Woods, the finale. Also, before I begin, because I will forget about this. Should I do this game next year? Should I stream Night in the Woods next year at all? I am not going to do it like how I did this year. Instead of going like with a whole cancellations, changes to the schedule, so on and so forth, I am going to be exact. I am going to have a decent plan. I am going to keep to my schedule as much as I can, and hopefully I can. Though, I think I've done everything I want. I'm probably satisfied with this game. Anywho. But, we'll see. We'll see. I thought about making this game like an annual game, just because it's a perfect game for the fall times. Anywho, where we last left off was right at this part. All right. Have haven't been on a night hike in a long time. Gotta listen for owls. Why? No reason. Alright. I got work in the morning. Let's go catch us a ghost. Okay, it starts me at this part. Okay. I've never left at this part. Anyways. How have I never been back up here? Fences work? Nah, people are up here all the time. I came here when I was like 12. What's up here? Just old junk and trees and animals. What does it be? Nothing. Nothing. I was praying. Wow. Really? Yeah, let's go. I should also mention reading stuff. Like, I can read just fine. It's just when I read stuff out loud, that's my weakness. Ah, dear. I'll do my best. Wait. What? I think I heard an owl. Oh, hun. Greg got attacked by an owl, B. What? When? When we were breaking into that history place. I don't think they attack groups, Bug. Well, if I got mauled to death, I warned you all. I'll punch any owl that gets near you. Oh, thanks, Captain. Or whatever. Big, dangerous Greg scared of birds? Oh dear. I almost died from that owl. Wow. I'll pull all this stuff somewhere, I guess. You remember this from when you were 12, Greg? Yeah, I was scared of it. How'd they even get all of this back up in here? There we go. Ugh. What's up? Nothing. Just like all this old stuff out here. It's here every night when you go to sleep. So it's out here in the dark. So old. Dude, hey, May. I'm fine. We should go back. This is stupid. No, it's fine. Ghost hunt. Woo, fun. Give us a sign. I really gotta play more Phasmophobia. That was fun. It's a lot of fun with friends. What the? Huh? Oh my god. No! No! Ah, hell, he's awake already? Anyone got any juice? No, guys! Ah, hell. Guys, wait. Lerv, you knew this was gonna happen. You knew it the moment you screwed up. Oh my god. You knew it when You knew it the moment you screwed this whole thing up. It ain't like you weren't on the other side of this before. It was a mistake. I owned up to it. Lerv, this is you owning up to it. Aren't I allowed to make one mistake? One mistake? You left a goddamn arm in front of the click-clack. 'Cause of you, God knows what's gonna happen to this town. What was I supposed to do? It was your screw-up. Ugh, his leg stuck. And it wasn't like you couldn't have called any of us. I panicked, okay? I was embarrassed. I sure wish you'd called me, Lerv. You think any of us want to do this? Guys, we can figure something out. Nothing to figure out. But I got family. Lerv, don't insult us. You know, you don't gotta worry about Jenny and the girls. They will be completely taken care of. They'll never want for nothing. Ugh. He's not gonna budge with that leg sticking straight out. Ugh. Aw, hell. Dave, Rick, Benny, guys, you know me. Alright, Dave, you hold him. I'm sorry, Lerv. You know we got no choice. And I'd appreciate it if you stopped laying a guilt trip on us. No. Hold still. No. Hold still. This will go easier if I'm trying not to damage my voice. Oh dear. Alright, he's free. Lerv. Lerv. Ain't no one can hear you Ain't no one can hear you this far out. You're just putting yourself to more anguish and hell, let's get this over with. How I feel right now. wish you'd just made this easy, Lerv. Ugh. God, his bones sticking out. The hell? Shit. May Borowski? Run. Just gotta run. Oh no. Part 4. The end of everything. Nice. Nice. Yep. Dude, you are way better at this than I am. I'm not this good at, like, anything. I still play a lot. Got lots of old games at home. Collect them. Huh? I've never been t- Huh? I've never been over to your place. I don't take anyone there. Secret? I live in a tree. I believe that. Okay, well. I used to skate. I wasn't super good at it. I can skate. I am a skater. Skate to create. I do what I like. I cannot skate to save my life. I tried. I tried to skate before. I could use like 5 naps. How I feel right now after eating so much food. 5 good naps in 1 nap basket. Jump in. So, is she dead? No idea. No response from her parents. Maybe they're at the hospital? She might be she might she might be like brain dead or something. More more so than usual. Dude. Sorry, that sounded funnier in my head. Jeez. Okay, so got brownies, got soda. Hey, Cap. Cap. Um, hey, Bug. You're making like 5 dinners at once. Brownies are in the oven. Thinking about making that lasagna we got and forgot about. We have lasagna. Yeah, way back in the back. I thought that was like the wall. Nope. Hey, hun, you should maybe go sleep or something. Oh dear, you've barely sat down in the past 24 hours. Good dinner makes everyone feel better. Someone's got to take care of you. Dude, let me take care of you. Aw. This stuff I'm doing, this helps me. Okay, that's cool. We are gonna make it through this. We are gonna make it through this. Love you. Love you. What else? Hey, just want to say it was cool of you to go to Possum Jump with me. I know the scout camp isn't like the most fun place from when you were a kid. It's cool. Like, it was cathartic. Nice. I need to defrost the lasagna. Or do I? Do you cook it frozen? Hmm. Do I look it up? Do I look up, do you cook lasagna? I don't see the dude. He was outside my building last night. Late. Any idea who these people are? I have zero clue. I can't come up with any explanations that aren't nuts. Getting dark earlier. Guys, this is a bad situation. Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Wait, everyone, shut up. What? I heard it too. Seriously, what? There's someone standing outside the door. There's someone standing outside the door. What? Everyone be very quiet. Crap. Oh dear. Hi. Should be good. Okay, let me just make sure that's out of the way. Oh dear. Sorry. Oh. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, so sorry about that. Had to do something. Anyways, I also tripped again. God, I love that. God, I love it when it rains. Actually, I do like rain. I do like the rain. Maybe I shouldn't wear like flip-flops when I go out, because that's really bad. I slip like multiple times. I almost tripped like 2 times today for just wearing flip-flops. And No one ever adjusts a rug or carpet or whatever. The mat, yeah. The mat. Oh, there we go. No one does. So that's always fun. So I'm a bit irritated right now, so give me a moment. Okay, I should be good. Of course, I'm a bit irritated. Anyways, God is here. In this room. I believe that times like this we can call out and know that our cries are heard. Sniff. While we're here, maybe someone would like to say something about May? That'd be nice. May is my friend. Please God, let May be okay. She's really a nice person. Even if she doesn't know it. I wrote her a part in a movie I want to make. Thrill Kill Witch Cult. I know she'd appreciate it. Appreciate that. Who are you again? Lori Myers? Thank you, Lori. Anyone else? May is a good girl. She and I explored the stars. And she loved to hear about them. I am sorry. It can be difficult. Anyone else? I've always known May as a kid down the street. A little younger than me, but tough. I've been through it in the past couple years. Addiction, jail, rehab, divorce. And I just think it's not fair that May, of all people, should have trouble. Where's the God in that? Where's the higher power? This is all a bunch of bullshit. Thank you, Selma. Anyone else? I'll say something. May Borowski's always been a menace. And I called the police on her more than once. I hope she wakes up and learns a lesson. That's all I got to say. Okay. Thank you, William. Now speak up. Go ahead. May was a daughter to all of us on the block. Speak for yourself. Sometimes folks is in the wrong place at the wrong time. I hope we find out what exactly happened to her. Oh, we know. Her friends told us. Yeah, they were out in the woods at night. Down the end of Center Avenue. And someone was out there hunting illegally, and they got shot out, and May fell, and she must have fallen off a million things a million times. All it takes is landing the wrong way, and landing the wrong way one time, and oh, well. I hope she wakes up soon and tells us all about it. See if she remembers who done it. I'm sure she. I'm just adjusting my mic just in case. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. What's happened to this one? Do we know you? Are you here to clean up? Nah. Supposed to be fixing a door. In here? Nope. Okay, so she's gonna be fine. For today, at least. Least ways. What? What? Who are you? Janitor. The house is gone. May. Oh, thank God. What did you say, May? It's dead. What's dead, honey? May, honey? Everything. Ugh. Can't do much. Sorry. Just trying to adjust my mic more. Crap. Greg? Holy crap. May? It's May. Holy shit, dude. I thought you were gonna be dead. Not yet. You came back to life? I don't think she was dead. Pizza party. I'm feeling woozy. You should lay down. You can sleep in our bed. I feel weird about that. How about the couch? Do I have to stop playing? No, the sound is good. Her mom said it's okay. Her mom says it's okay to keep her here. I'll drive her home later. So she just, like, wandered out of her house? Yeah, and all the way here. Jeez. Luckily, she didn't pass out somewhere out there. I sure hope she's alright. Me too. She's a good person. Both of you. Shh. No. TH. What? It's let nothing. Oh my god, I'm giving up. It's less noisy. Oh my god. So how well do we know this guy? We order pizza what, twice a week? At least. From out by the highway now, since Possibilities is closed down. I thought you two were trying to save money. What? Don't police our lifestyle, B. Okay, well, just as long as we're sure the pizza guy is safe. I can spot him through the keyhole. If it's not him, we'll turn off the light. And I guess hide here until we die? Alright, well, as long as there's a plan. Hello? Look who's awake. It's him. It's the pizza guy. Pizza's here. So, what happened? We called the cops. Your aunt and some guy fished you out of the woods. You were like in a coma. Did you die? Nah, just took a very long nap. Nice. Yeah, nice. I had this dream. Or like a vision. Or like a vision? Or I time traveled? I don't know. I'm like in and out of consciousness. Can you not eat? You should eat. I don't know if I can. Oh dear. Sorry, Mom. You scared us to death, honey. Honey. Sorry, Mom. We'll come pick you up. No, it's cool. I'm gonna just sleep here. B is there. B is here. Okay. I'll be back. I'll be back in the morning. Have B drive you home. I will. May. I know. Give us a call if you need to come home. I will. Love you, Mom. Love you, sweetie. Uh, you want a brownie? Nah, I can't really eat right now. Like, I'd puke, but there's, oh my god. Like, I'd puke, but there isn't anything in there. So, I'd like puke my actual guts out. Oh, right. You need your guts. For a moment, at least. Maybe a future time, if I'm doing these, like, long playthroughs with text stuff, maybe I should read the text in my head first before actually reading it out loud. Just to see if that goes well. Is there signal out here? Is there signal here? Wi-Fi. Ah, okay. I got like a mental map of all the Wi-Fi spots in town. What is it with Possum Springs and no signal? Out here in the hills. And we're not big enough to get towers. Or something. Huh. Hey. Yeah? If we're all still alive or whatever, we should like maybe hang out more. I kind of thought you found me really annoying. I'll take it. It's a bit slow when I do that. Just get like a mental way how the sentence should form, but hey, at least it works. At least for me. And I am getting better. I do mess up though. What even was that game? Werewolf Shred the Nar 3? Well, wow, I played this at Casey's house like years ago. I played it yesterday at home. Cool. Dude, are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I guess so. Not really. I was like really worried. You were correct to worry. It was bad. Yeah, don't ever get seriously injured again, okay? Can we all hit the sack? Sure, dude. Hey, everybody, go to bed now. Holy crap. See you all tomorrow. You sure it's safe you sure it's safe for you to leave? Safer for me at least. Nobody's been following me. I wasn't in the woods the other night. Oh, right. I'll keep an eye out. Also, I got mace. You carry mace? Since that dude followed me home that one time. Oh, right. Hey, May? Yeah, Germ? What's what's your name short for? Margaret? Take care of yourself, Margaret. You too, Jeremy. Hey. Hey, Greg. You awake? Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know why I beat down Andy Cullen 6 years ago? Back then you said you were. Back then you said you went all crazy. But but like that. That's not really a reason, I guess. I was playing that game where you like dated Ghost. I remember that one. Had a hot skeleton. Alistair or something like that? Yeah. You were crushing hard on those dank bones. I was playing it like 24/7 until this one afternoon. And suddenly, like, something broke. It was just like pixels. Your computer broke? No, like, reality broke. The characters on screen, like, I felt like I knew them. But they weren't they weren't people anymore. They were just shapes. And their lines were just things someone had written. They never existed. They never had feelings. They never would exist either. And it felt so sad. Like I'd just lost these real people. And this whole thing we had, it was just me alone. And like that realization like dumped out of the screen and into until real life. Went outside and the tree out front. The tree out front. I looked at it every day. It was like a friend outside the window. Now it was just a thing. Just a thing that was there, growing and eating, and just being there. Like, all the stuff I felt about the tree was just in my head. And there was some guy walking by, and he was just shapes. Just like this moving bulk of stuff. And I cried because nothing was there for me anymore. It was just stuff in the universe. Just dead. Dude, why didn't you tell me? I don't know. What could I have said? This all happened like the day before that softball game. I mean, I was there in the stands. I watched you do it. I was so scared for you. When Andy stepped up, it was like, and he was just shapes too. Just lines someone wrote. Like nothing in there. And I was so scared and angry and just, I don't know. Before I knew it, I was on top of him, smashing his face in with the bat. Just shapes. Hello there. Hey, how's it going? Red shapes all over the grass. There wasn't that much blood. Oh God, I made him bleed all over the place, Greg. I wondered if he, wondered why. What he'd done. He was probably an asshole. No, dude, I didn't know him. Neither did you. Well, well then, you had to go to therapy. Yeah, Dr. Hankin, his journaling. Dr. Hanks messed up one of my tooth filling. Yeah, he's not good at what he does. Which I guess is understandable because he does, everything. I meant to ask, did that journal shit, did it actually work? Kinda, sorta. It helps me, grab onto things and keep them in one place. Whoa. But since that whole thing happened back then, when I'm alone in a new place, it's all shapes like back at the softball game. From what I from from what I heard, from what I heard I'd entered your stream, that cat got messed up problems. Oh, they do. It's just something. Anyways, I was I was doing fine at college for a while. College is for losers. Dude, listen, okay? Sorry, dude. I couldn't make friends. I was just afraid of being I was just afraid of being outside or around people alone. And there was this statue of the founders of something. A really a really shitty statue, like all rusty metal. And it was just and it was these shapes. There we go. And he was pointing down at me. And I was so scared. I didn't leave my dorm room. I either didn't eat or I ate an entire pizza. I either didn't eat or I ate entire pizzas at once. I downed cough syrup just to sleep all the time. Dude! And finally, I got up the courage to leave, and I came home where everything was fine, where I knew everyone, and it wasn't just dead shapes watching me. Jeez, dude. Something broke in my head, in my life. Dude, you should have called me. We could have come and rescued you. Would have, like, kidnapped you. I, like, couldn't call home either. I couldn't even talk to anyone. I don't even know why. I didn't even come home for the longest night. I just stayed in my room, in bed. That's horrible, dude. I thought when I came home, I just I felt so safe here, and everything made sense for a few days, and then all this, and, dude, dude, shh, you're gonna be okay. I'm so scared, Greg. I know, dude. We're all freaked out right now. You need to sleep. I'll be here all night. I snoring sounds. Bye, guys. Love you. The hole in the center of everything. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah, if I'm texting and I mistype stuff, I'm a little drunk. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Hmm. What are you? Are you actually a ghost? Or just some guy? What is this thing in my head? Are you doing this? Why is this happening to me? Talk. Fine, let's do this. Nice shot. I wasn't aiming for his shoulder. You effing shot me. Hey, asshole, get away from her. Three of us, one of you. And none of us got bolts sticking out of us. I'm gonna fucking killed you. I think that's what Greg means, what Greg says. I am gonna fucking kill you. Or something like that. Yeesh. Arg. Arr. Sheesh. You okay? You okay, dude? Where did... Hey, jerk. Why the hell are you out here by yourself? This is all because of me. Oh yeah, dude. All your fault. You definitely made these dudes creep around. Following us and, like, kidnapping someone maybe. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you didn't with your effing mind control powers. Dude, come off it. It's It's in my dreams. Dude. Dude. You don't get to do this, okay? I don't get everything that's going on with you. And I'm not saying it's not happening. I believe you, okay? I do. But if you don't get to die on me. You are not gonna do that to me, okay? But dude, I am not gonna lose you. Okay? You can't make me lose you. Would you let me go like this? Dude, that's cheating. We've been best friends since forever. You big dumb idiot. And even if this was somehow all in your head, which it isn't, I would still back you. To the actual God's honest end. Jeez, me too. Clearly we all would be. I shot a dude for you. Come on. And if we keep talking like this, I'm gonna cry. And Greg, I hope it picked up my thank you. Well, he's wounded. Sounded like he went back up to the mine. Yeah, what do we do? Follow him, I guess. You all wait here. I'll go. Anyway. If he's up in the mine, we might be able to corner him and tie him up or something. Can you walk, May? I think so. Might be a little slow. I'll help you if you need it. Thanks, big guy. Alright, let's go die or something, but hopefully not. Gate's open. Oh, jeez. What? We could, like, block it shut or something? Oh, dang. You're right. No. Whatever. It's in there. I have to go down there. Well then. Looks like all of his friends are gone. Just one guy. Just one something. Bang bang. Jeez, spooky. I don't think we get to complain. I don't think we get to complain about spooky. We left our precious robot boy out in the woods. That's spooky. Nah, dude, we created a legend. What are you two even talking about? It's been a weird few days. Oh yeah, the beautiful, our beautiful creation. Oh dear. Oh. Looks like he took the elevator down. So much for the element of surprise. He's gonna hear us coming a mile away. We sure we want to do this? Yeah, May, you sure? Guys, I don't know if you understand. He's in my head. I can't function like this. everything is dying or dead already. I don't know what's gonna happen down there. Alright then. Down we go together. Oof, that thing. They have they haven't used this mine in like a lot of years. Generations even. Are you our tour guide now? We have Possum Springs tourism pamphlets at the shop. And I get bored. This isn't the brochure. Yes. Yes it is. Alright then. Well, here we are. Cough, cough. May, you okay? I have my inhaler. No, I'm fine. It's like something huge is on top of me. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. Is it like asthma? That's how asthma is. It's not asthma, big guy. But thanks. Shh. I heard something. Down there. You're going to be okay, May. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. We should be quiet. Yeah. We'll be silent terrors. We'll be ghosts. Give us a sign. Are you there? Do you want to rub my balls? God, I really do gotta stream Phasmophobia one of these days on the channel. But I do need a way to do that. That'll be fun. I mean, I'll always stagger along with someone who's streaming Phasmophobia. Every once in a while. Door. Tunnel. Whatever. Here we go. Even though my potato laptop probably can't handle it. I mean, it handles it. I don't think it will handle, like, me streaming Phasmophobia, and I don't think it can handle this. Aw, jeez. What is this place? Looks like a church. Looks like a church or something. And like junk. Oh God. Oh God. What is it? It's here. It's here. Oh God. What is it? I don't know, but it's here. It's through there. Yeah, I'd love to stream Phasmophobia myself one of these days, but not right now. Maybe if I had a better laptop for that, or a better computer for that. Because I think I can handle Phasmophobia without streaming it, but if I stream it, it's gonna cause problems. Oh dear. I know you're in here. Say something. Well, how about this? Take a couple more steps forward if you want to die. Show yourself. Yeah, asshole. We're like 5 times scarier than you. Well, here comes my terrible voice acting. Oh, woof. There they are. They're right there. I'm gonna kill them. Eddie, you do no such thing. It's out of your hands now. He shot me. Then I'd say we're even. Little girl got shot Little girl got shot at the other night. Little girl got shot at the other night. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. You're apologizing? It was a bad call. I am sorry. It's okay. It didn't actually hit me, so... Wait, what the? Who are you? Bunch of old boys doing their damnedest to protect their own and their neighbors. Then why are you trying to kill me? Kill you? Nobody's trying to kill you. All of you are a part of this town. By family relation, or just being hard workers. Contributors. Okay. So, we could just leave? Well, he brought you down here for a reason. Oh dear. And he's not gonna let you leave until he's had his say. Well, he's already got an arrow through the shoulder. I don't think he's gonna have much say in whatever. Oh, there we go. Wait, so you think that Eddie? He kidnapped that kid at Harvest. He's been in my head somehow. I'm always tired, constant headaches. He's been following me, following all of us. Oh, little girl. You don't know what this is, do you? What? Oh God. I've seen this. Or I've felt it. Was Ed Scudder and Jim Dorney who found it 20 years back or so, after the West Mine closed out past Brittle. Vest Shubner, last supervisor, was out there when the company locked off the entrance. Carved his initials and date in the door. Then you got this mine, the old one. Not even a proper mine. Big hole, copper. Abandoned, shot, long before any of us were born. Too close to water. And that water was poison. When the first settlers came out here. If you notice like a inconsistency with voice acting or whatever I'm trying to do, maybe it's hurting my throat. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. That old spring used to be right above where we are standing. But that water dried up. 1992 or so, some men from West Mine come back up here to try bootlegging. Practically built a new elevator, got the main tunnel cleared. Never found no call, just dug deeper and deeper till Ed busts through that wall and finds this place. And Jim wants right into that hole and never hits bottom. Ed calls down to Jim. Jim don't answer, but something else does. I know you heard that voice, little girl. in dreams and in waking times is what brought you down here. Wait, what? What? What is it? Black goat. Not even black like the color. Black like the space between the stars. He's down there, in that hole, looking up at us right now. He don't talk to ya. He sings. Why would you just do something a hole in the cave told you to? You gotta understand. In those days, it was the end of the world. Jobs gone, our kids were leaving. Government didn't care, only wanted our votes. Just putting in more regulations, sending our jobs overseas, spending our taxes on lazy people and immigrants, while we worked ourselves to death. Oh, ugh, here we go. God damn it, I hate this crap. You old dipshits. You finished? Yeah, sure. We prayed at the church. But when Ed Scudder came back down here and listened, he got answers back. Oh god, I think I know. Yeah, he's already in there singing to ya, right? Ed explained it to a few folks, and they didn't believe it. But he was persuasive. He had the glimmer. The glimmer? One's it taken a shining to. It rubs off on ya. You can do things. I never seen it, but they said Ed could walk through walls. Okay. After Ed taught to us into all this, after the first time, after we picked one out, well, not only was the town holding stable, but it was almost like we were getting younger, and money came too. Still a few of us left from back then. First one into the hole by our hands. We own up to what we do. I was there. I was too. You throw them in the hole. They're feeding him. He's hungry like you wouldn't believe. Every few months or so, he starts singing. And it's someone's turn to find someone. Was that what you were doing the other night? No. What happened the other night was a shame. One of our number broke the rules and had to pay up. That was a hard thing to do. I think I'm gonna be sick. We never pit no one who's gonna be missed. That's a solid rule. Drifters, drunks, and delinquents. Oh, you've been... Oh god, oh no. Casey? The Hartley kid? All he was gonna contribute to society. except a bunch of kids grown up to grown up with no dad, was a rap sheet a mile long. Before whatever sad end he wind up before whatever sad end he'd wind up to at, we did him a favor. You killed Casey. Oh my god. We don't use that word. You know he was taking up business with his cousin, right? You know what happened to his cousin. Burnt alive when his little trailer lab exploded. They had to wear hazmat suits when they cleaned him up. That's where Casey was headed. You killed Casey. And you want to act like we didn't do him and this whole town a favor? Oh god, Casey's been down here the whole time. His parents put up posters. Maybe they should have cared more about him before it came to this. Which one of you did it? Greg? He was my friend. Alright now. Throw it down right now or I will shoot. What if I get you first? Bolt sticking right out of your eye. Bang. Bang. You brought guns down here? Dangerous this far out in the woods. At night, basic safety. I throw it down, son. Don't make this our time. Greg? Dang it. You're monsters. None of this is happening. We are not monsters. We do it because we love our homes. As long as we kept doing this, Possum Springs survives. Things can get better. These mines are gonna be humming again someday. Old mills puffing smoke. You kids don't understand that. We lost what our world was built around. Used to be provided for a family. Used to be you provided for a family, bought a house. Now you're stocking shelves at the grocery store. Kids leaving more than they're staying. No opportunity here. Old people dying, houses left empty. You ever seen that? A home become a tumble-in pile of wood and plaster. A job become a burnt out brick box or a hole in the ground. But we can change that. We can put this place back together where it won't be just shapes. I'm going to die down here. Oh dear. Why are you telling all of this? Because we're getting old. And even with a fringe benefit of good health, we need new blood to carry this on when we are gone. Really, you're like pitching us. You're like pitching on us on this. Were any of you even minors back in the day? any of you hurting now, financially, like? Or is this, just some big costume party murder cult for someone shitty boss who's afraid of dying? That don't matter. It does. This is real bad. This is insane. Oh no, the voice is sticking. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh woof. Alright. This is insane. Why should we help you? Because if no one is here to do this, you remember that flood a few years back? You remember the blizzard of 2010? That's what happens. And beyond that, the jobs never came back. The kids never come back. Everything crumbles. Possum's brains bleeds to death. And soon we'll all be dead. And this town will just be fields and trees. I've seen it. I know you have. I'll understand if you need some time to think it over. So, we can leave? No one's gonna stop you. But understand that you don't know who we are out there. But we know who you all are. Ain't fair they get to leave and I probably got permanent damage. Shut it, Eddie. You don't know a thing about what he wants, what he is. Eddie, I swear to God. Let's go. Yeah, let's seriously get out of here. Son, you leave that crossbow. What? Why? Well, I could bullshit you. But the truth is, I just don't trust you. Fine, whatever. It's a piece of shit anyways. Heh. I can't move, you guys. I'll carry you. Alright, I don't think I can do that voice again. My brain is in pieces right now. It's all just empty. Everything's empty. What are we going to do? There we go. Finally. We'll crack that one when we're far away from here. I don't know if I... Shh. Talk later. Old stuff in here. I should mention I'm out of water and if I do any more voice acting, that's gonna... Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down for a sec. Okay? Okay. So, Casey. Yeah. Yeah. And for what? I think I get it. Wow, really? Too tired to explain it, right, but, like, they lost what they thought was gonna happen. which was which was what had happened like a long time ago, or how they remember or like picture it, and things it gave them. And so Casey and that kid at Harvest, and sorry, I lost it. That's more sense than I can make of it. They're sad. It's all really sad. You ready to go again, Angus? Yep, sorry. Wait, everybody, shut up. What? Shh, I thought I... Oh shit. Oh woof. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Holy God. Is everyone okay? May, say something. He. He. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Why are we laughing? Ha. He. Sniff. Sob. Dude, it's okay now. We messed that guy up. And he's not coming up back. He's not coming back. You're gonna walk out of this. So, how are we getting out of here? Shh, let May rest. I feel air coming in from somewhere. So we're not gonna suffocate. Okay, well, that's a relief. How do you... I was a scout, Greg. I was a scout. Hey, Angus. Yeah? I love you. Aww. Welcome back, May. You okay? Better now that I almost got murdered. Again. Which is weird. Cough. That was like the third time in 2 days. Third time's the charm. Guys, the air's coming back from there. Guys, the air's coming from back here. Alright, I'm up. There we go. You sure? Yeah, I think I can walk, at least. Yeah, I think I can walk, at least. It's boarded up a long time ago. Can we get through? Let's find out. Or let's get out of here. There we go. Yep, that's some fresh air, alright. Sniff, sniff. And water. Dude, that's amazing. You can smell water. Hopefully it's not a river. Cave rivers are death traps. Mine river. We're in a mine. Right. Oh dear. Hold on. I can see the bottom. Oh no. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab some more water, so give me a moment. I'm gonna admit, doing that voice acting does hurt. It hurts my throat a little bit. So, be right back. Alright, give me a moment. Again, just to set up my mic. Alright. I can see the bottom. I don't think we're gonna die in... I don't think we're gonna die in the 1 foot 1 foot of water. There we go. Right. There we go. Oh, let's do this. Oh dear. Maybe though. Oh dear. I know what you are now. I think I knew before. But, you know, after I sent that kid to the hospital years ago, they said I had an anger problem. But that's not true. I was angry because of something else. Something I lost. Trying so hard since not to be angry. Dropped me all defenselessness. And I lost more and more and more. That's not getting better. I want to be angry. When I ran home from college, on the bus I had this dream. Or maybe I saw it out the window. Last leaf on the train. I mean the tree. Oh my god. Oh dear. Finally. Yes, the last leaf blowing off the train. Oh my god. I meant to say tree. Oh dear. Finally blown off. I'm so scared. All the time. And the fear hurts. Feeling like everything is over. Was over long before I got here. So long hiding. or trying to outrun this. I get it. This won't stop until I die. But when I die, I want it to hurt. When my friends leave, when I have to let go, when this entire town is wiped off the map, I want it to hurt bad. I want to lose. I want to get beaten up. I want to hold on until I'm thrown off and everything ends. And you know what? Until that happens, I want to hope again. And I want to hurt. And I want it to hurt. Because that means it meant something. It means I am something at least. Yeah. There we go. Pretty amazing to be something at least. Whatever that's supposed to be. You know I can't understand you, right? Whatever that's supposed to be. Oh, shut up already. I know this won't save me in the end. But I don't need it to save me forever. I just need it to save me now. So if you're gonna kill me right here, then do it. If not, oh dear. May. Dude, you okay? Whoa. You got all sleepwalky there for a sec. You want me to carry you? No. No, I think I'm good. I'm just very, very tired. Hang here for a bit if you need to. We're safe. Uh-huh. Hey, there's light over here. Do you smell that? I bet he did. Oh, there we go. There we go, the journal. Hell yeah. Now that is something. Oh dear. What is this? Might be a vent or something. Keep the miners from suffocating way back when. Looks old enough at least. Brochure. Hello? We're down here. Don't ask us why, please. Could get lucky and someone's out here in the woods at night. I can try to make it out. No, I can like. Okay, yeah. Are you up for this? Yeah? I don't know. I'm like all hyper now. Like dolphins. Hyper like dolphins? No, like when your body is like, whoa, I almost died. And you get all hyper because you're filled up with dolphins? Okay, I am seriously confused. Are you okay, May? Endorphins? Ah, okay. There, thank you, those. Okay, well, ride those dolphins up out of here. That's assuming I can even do this. We'll watch. Okay. Well. Oh dear. Oh dear. This place. Huh. Hey, May. Germ? Yeah. What are you doing out here? I live right up the hill. I heard Greg yelling. We were all stuck down there. You were at the bottom of the old well in my backyard. It's been a really bad night. Sounds like it. Got any rope or something? Yeah. Can you go get it? Hey, May. Yeah? Was that Germ? Yeah, he's getting some rope. What is he doing out here? He lives here. In the woods? Okay. Wheeze. My entire body hurts. That was a long way. I brought some sodas. You're the best, Germ. You need the sugar and caffeine. I could use sugar and caffeine right now. Oh, anyone else want to get far away from this well? Yup. Germ, can you I don't know, seal up this well? I got dynamite. What? Yeah, I mean, I can I can get some. How big an explosion is that? I mean, not small. Okay, that works. Thanks, Germ. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay. Bye, guys. There goes a weird guy. He saved our lives. Germ is good. Germ is a good man. It strikes me. Oh my god. It strikes me that we just murdered all those dudes down there. How do you figure? How do you figure? I mean, the elevator's broken, and we caused the cave-in. That was self-defense. I guess, but we did cause the deaths of like a dozen guys. No. They're all still alive down there. Oh god. Yeah. Jeez. Well, we are blameless. They attacked us. One of them attacked us. So we're worrying about it's morally gray. We're not murderers. If we'd had a choice, we wouldn't have done it. Oh my god. I would have. What? They killed people. They were trying to get us to kill people. Screw him. I don't even believe in hell, and I hope they all go straight there. Jeez, Angus. Well, that's what I think, at least. This is like that trolley thing. What trolley thing? Okay, I'll explain it if we keep walking. Maybe next year I'll get it flawlessly. No, never. I'm never gonna get it in one go. Hey guys. Uh, are you there? Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna type anyway. Hard for me to say anything smart about what the hell even just happened. Easier for me to get it all out here. And I need to talk. Even if you jerks are off doing whatever. Oh, dear. I don't even understand life. I think you get taught that you have a lot of a lot more control of the world. There we go. Than you do. Oh my god. So I'm just messing up a lot of this. I just walked into all this horrible stuff that was already happening. We all did. And I guess that's really scary. Like, who knows what's gonna happen? But I guess you can, like, connect things? Or connect to things? Sometimes you need someone to be the thing you don't have. Even if it's something you're supposed to already have. All of you are what kept me from floating off tonight. Also, you kind of killed that guy to save me. Don't think I didn't appreciate that. LOL. Am I ever going to have a handle on what just happened? I kinda hope not. I just hope it's over. I want us all to get free from it. I don't want us to just be a part of some horrible story. I want to like grow giant and pick you all up and carry you someplace safe. Sorry, I'm all rambling now. I just gotta believe there's ways to escape. Or at least move on. Alright, excuse me. Germ, buddy. Germ, you don't even use Messenger. I guess I'm just typing at you wherever you're at. You're like the most stuck here of anyone I've met. But you're the least trapped. That's some beautiful shit, dude. I think I pretty much love Greg more than anyone ever. I don't know if better friends exist. We're like old shoes that go together. I'm sorry I caused drama between you and Angus, man. Angus, I give you Greg as a gift. Remember to water and feed him. And if you ever hurt him, I will kick your ass into the ground. He was mine first. Yep, there it is. Now I'm just gonna erase all of that. Oh shit. Guys, I was just kidding about the lot of Guys, I was just kidding about the lot of thing. Oh my god. Guys, I was just kidding about a lot of that. I'm really tired. I don't know what I'm saying. Log off, May. Log off. Oh dear. Alright. And here it is. The final portion of the game, I guess. Oh dear. Oh dear. And now, could play some bass, but which song? Now, there's nothing special about keeping this song, but it's so funny. Whoa, no. No. No way I'm gonna play that one. Too embarrassing. There we go. Nothing special happens if I do that. I just like keeping it around. And because this is definitely the last session and stream I'm going to be doing this year, I think this final day will be the longest day. Probably, most likely. I don't know. Hey May, you okay this morning? I'm not opening the pickaxe today. Greg informs me we're doing band practice though. I'll see you there. Away message. It's good to be alive this morning. That's all. Hey man. Nice message last night. Nice messages last night. I mean, like, really. You massive dork. LOL. Band practice today. Because I feel like we need to do something normal. I'm at the Snauken. Hope you're feeling okay. Sincerely, Gregory. Alright. And because this is the last session of the year, might as well play bass. And one of the hardest songs that fucks up all my perfect runs, this fucking song. That's it. Like every time I'm trying to go for like, oh yes, the perfect run for the bass stuff. It's always this fucking song that fucks it all up. It's always Pumpkinhead Guy. And kind of sucks that I'm choosing this to practice it because this is the final stream of the year for Night in Woods. I probably stream a few more times because, hey, after this is over, I'm free from Night in Woods. This series is finally over. Fuck it. You know what? Let's give it a go. I feel bad for those trying to complete this get perfect with this one fucking song. For a record, I never played Guitar Hero or something. And especially this one part that sucks the most. Which is coming very soon. This is the part I'm talking about. Yep, this song is always terrible. Please say it's good. Please say it's good, because this song's awful. Fuck you. I literally don't know that song. Fuck you. How about I mess up the easiest song in the entire game? Cycles. Nah. See? It's always this one fucking song. Hey, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go through. Oh yes. Fine, fine. Horrifyingly awful. Wherever it was, there it is. And the worst part is, that's one thing I'm missing. I think, when it comes to achievements in this game. And also, epilogue. Stars. Yeah. After this is it. God, it's us. It's just us. Home and us. Also, I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm not gonna cry today. Are you? Hey, Granddad's clock. Hey, Granddad. We're trying to eat you for Thanksgiving, bird. May, honey, is that you? Yeah. I'm back in the kitchen. If you want to talk. Well, since this is gonna be the longest day of the stream, as it is the final part of the stream, probably I don't know if I want to do the bonus stuff. Still. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom. How are you feeling? Good enough to jump up here. Can you do me a favor and stay home tonight? Shh. Sure, Mom. You're an adult. And you can do whatever you want. But you do live here. And you are still my baby. Aw, Mom. We need to come up with some ground rules. Just because, honey, you could have died the other night. And then you just left to hang out with your friends? I'm so sorry, Mom. Sweetie, what's going on with you? I don't even know if I can tell you, Mom. Or you. There we go. Why? I'll understand, I promise. I don't even know how to talk about it yet. I don't think. What happened at school, hon? I don't care what it is. Just please, tell me. Are you working today? No, me and your father are both off today. I'll be around tonight. Can we talk about it then? I'll be around tonight. Can we talk about it then? Sure. We can make breakfast for dinner like we used to. Dad can flip the pancakes in the air. Sure. Are you going out today? Yeah. Can you please stay in town? Close? Yeah, Mom. I think they're getting some of the longest night decorations out. Oh wow. Calling for some snow too. That went fast. What did? The fall. Always does, hun. Okay. Well, I'm off. Love you too, sweetie. I love you, sweetie. I love you too, Mom. What else is there? Are you still reading the same book? Oh no, this is a different one. This one's about people who died in the mines around here. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's got some old songs. Want to hear one? Sure. Far from here the ocean's roaring, far away across the din, I hear the Lord calling. I hear the Lord calling their children, bring it in. I'll see you walking through the barley. We'll find each other, friend and kin. I hear the Lord calling. I hear the Lord calling their children. Bring him in. Oh my God. Tarry with me for a moment. Talk the places we have been. The Lord will call us both to heaven. Bring him in. That's nice. It is nice. What else is there I gotta say? Okay. That's done. Okay. Alright, that's everything here. Hey, Dad. I didn't have to read that. Hey, Dad. No work today? I told Bob to shove it. Really? No. You okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Not gonna sugarcoat it. I hate my job. Aw, Dad, why? I've mined, I've made glass, I've done a heap of other stuff. But this place, they just don't respect you for working. They don't. Job's supposed to pay you enough to live. Job's supposed to let you provide for your family. Job's supposed to have regular hours. Boss supposed to respect you. Worker's supposed to be able to talk. Worker's supposed to have a life. Worker's supposed to be able to live. Your mom always had to work, but I wanted to give you and her your time. I wanted her to have hobbies and enough time and money to do them. That's what made me happy. Now I just worked so I can keep our health insurance and hold on to the house. Try to at least. My friend Germ, his dad works for the Department of Transportation. He talked about you getting a union going at Ham Panther. Oh my God. I'll get it eventually. He talked about you getting a union going at the Ham Panther. They'll fire you for just. They'll fire you just for talking about it. Is that legal? Legal don't always matter. Is there anything you can do? I mean, we do need a union. It's just easier to say it than get it done. Unions were there We're always there in the mines and the factory. At least for a while. But here, I got something for you. Got it out of the basement. How do you get in the basement? Door in the crawl space? That's spooky. So what I got is a tooth. A what? Do you know what this tooth is? No, really? You sure? Yeah, Granddad must have had it from the old days. Hey, thank you. Wow, it looks bright and new. Like they just pulled out of it. Like they just pulled it out of his skull yesterday. You show that to your boss and tell him to eat shit. May? Sorry. I'll just keep it with me. Sure thing. May? Yeah. You come down and pick it with us if we walk out. I will breathe fire, Dad. Love you, kitten. Be back later, Dad. What are you doing out here, by the way? Getting an early start on our longest night lights plan. Gotta dig them out of the closet. See if they even work still. Can I help put them up? We'll see. You're a small fry. Dad? Dum-dee-dum-dum. Okay, that's it for Dad. Oh, one of my favorite pieces of dialogue. Right here. Let me just try to stand up here proper. Oh, I got it. There we go. Oh wow, Vikaram's got a new dog. Hey puppers. Aw, she saw me. I can see you from here. I will be watching, so beware! And be a good pup. I love this. Sorry, just jumping on the car for no particular reason. Besides, I can. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm working, May. Sure. What's wrong? Don't ask. Don't ask. A lot of weird calls this morning. Oh? Question. You haven't seen... Never mind. Go do whatever it is you do. Okay, fine, I will. Hey. Spit it out already. Be careful. Just be careful. Well, geez, until now I never considered that. May. Okay, fine, thanks, bye. Alright. Alright. We have a long list of people to talk to. We have this street, then we have the church stuff, then we have whatever's in the main area, and then whatever else we gotta do. Hey, May. What's up, Summers? You okay? After the whole like head injury thing? Yeah, I'm alright. Headache is all. I got some migraine meds if you need it. Nah, it's not a migraine. And those things make me have to pee. It's the caffeine. If you ever take pills that make you pee, it's the caffeine. I didn't know that. Used to work at the pharmacy. Oh, right. Well, if I ever have a headache or need to pee, I'll come by. Anytime, neighbor. No poem tonight? Or today? Okay. Snow coming. Gonna be bad this year. This is nowhere. Not gonna bother with those guys. Because even how I read stuff, it's alright. 1, 2. Should I start doing my own laundry? Sometime. Hey, May. Hey, Mr. Chakazov. Got any more dust stars we can look at? One more. Holy crap, my eyes! What's this one, is it? Found it. Let us consult the guide. Earthskin the Firemaker. I think I'm going to refer to him as the Firemaker moving forward. The Firemaker. A wanderer in the cold and dark. A wanderer in the cold and dark. Making a fire and huddling up to it. For a light and warmth. Sounds festive. Sounds like survival. This star makes me want to cry. Crying on my roof? Do you wish to talk about it? No, it's fine. Is it a happy cry or a sad cry? I don't know. I don't have great words for it. It is okay. Sometimes too many words. Yeah. Thank you for this. Thank you for joining me. I think we have discovered them all. Well, we didn't really discover them, right? I mean, someone else already saw them and named them. Wrote a bunch of stuff about them. And we just, like, found what they made for us. Is that not a discovery? Not really. Maybe not in this historical sense. We did not create the stars, or name them. But we have these autumn afternoons, and found them together. Isn't that something? Something, something, something. My granddad said something like that once. Something about a story having really happened. Because hearing it happened to you, that is nice. It's not bad. And there it is. The star little side story or whatever this is. It's over. That's one thing crossed off the list. We have the Lori stuff or the Bruce stuff. So what now? So what now? Supermoon is coming. What is that? A giant moon. Oh, that does sound super. You must come meet me when it happens. It will be late at night. There will be others on their roofs. You come I will... You come, I will make the hot chocolate. What a time. That sounds great. I want to see a supermoon. Plan on it! See you later, Mr. Chakazov. See you soon, Stargazer. Oh. You know what I want to do? Since Night in the Woods is going to be over very soon, since this story is about to be over today, there are a few other stories I want to do. I kind of want to do a Resident Evil Village playthrough. It's like my second time playing, and I'll have to edit the title in the description. But I want to do that. Oh no, not in the description, but in the stream. Like, when the stream starts, I'm gonna edit it to have, like... I like the idea of having, like, the emojis, like the wolf emojis. That'd be fun. Alright, so... we have the Bruce wrap-up and the 3 weird teens. I mean, there is... let's wrap up the Bruce storyline. Hey. Whoa, hey there, May. What are you doing? Oh, just cleaning up. Wonder where Bruce got to. Actually, I know. Really? Yeah, he told me not to let you know. He told me not to tell you yesterday. Tell me what, May? Bruce is going home. What? Yeah, he's going home to his kids. I guess they're all waiting for him. Oh. He seems pretty happy about it. Okay. Thanks, May. Are you not happy about this? Thanks for letting me know. Bruce was my friend. Mine too. Bruce was my friend too. You need some help cleaning this place up? That'd be nice, May. There's a rake back in the shed. There's a rake back in a shed behind the church. Oh, I can't do that now, but run along, May. I think we did miss that one part. Oh well. It's them. Hey, it's you guys. Sup. Hi. Hey. You guys still doing that talking in order thing? Nah. Kept messing it up. We're kinda over the whole thing anyway. Oh, really? Yep. We're all going through phases. No. Because that pentagram thing was totally a thing. So, like, thanks. Huh, cool. And actually, everything you said was pretty spot on. Probably because we're actually psychic. Probably. Alright, well, I can't tell what level of sarcasm we're working on here. Oh god, I sound like a mom. Maybe no sarcasm. Maybe we're covering our tracks. So our cover isn't blown. Never change, weird teens. Please grow and become weird adults. Maybe we don't age. Maybe we stay young. Maybe we are forever. We're forever. Thank you again. For what? I don't remember. I don't remember doing anything. Who's this lady? Oh dear. Oh woof. Hold on. How's my computer doing? You know what's funny? Something I want to talk about because I've been having computer issues lately. I thought I had to restart my computer yesterday or today because my desktop Windows Manager becomes terrible around this time. But it's been 3 days and 8 hours, and normally after 2 days it starts having issues. Right now it's been 3 days and no issues whatsoever. Well, besides a few other issues, but hey, like, it's been fine for most of the day. With all the tabs as well. Things are fine. I also hope the updates go well. I hope. If they don't, well then, well, let's hope they go well. Anywho, he'll look a lot friendlier when he's covered in snow. There we go. Oh, also, there is one thing that I do want to do. That does get me a little emotional, I guess. If it were to, if I did everything. I feel like because I missed the one day, I miss out on this. But if it works, yep, I messed up on the one day. Okay, so a couple days ago, I think, in the game, or last stream or so, I could have came in here and lie in the couch or something. I think it's in another playthrough I did, so it shouldn't be a problem. But maybe I was just so interested in just wrapping up the game that I missed on that moment. It was cute. It was emotional scene, I guess. Maybe I was just far more focused then. Anywho. You know, once I'm done with Night in the Woods, there is, I guess, we'll see how my motivation is for this game one of these days. There's she. We'll see how I'll do. And how my schedule is next year. And how my laptop is next year as well. Because I do need it to make sure I check chat. And all that fun stuff. Anywho. Hey. You okay? Hey. I heard you were, like, in the hospital or something? Haha, yeah. What for? Fell into a ravine while running through the woods at night. Why? Got chased by a deaf cult of conservative uncles? Alright, you don't have to tell me. So, you're really okay? Yeah, just been a few weird days. Okay, I got worried. Aw, I'm super tough. Nothing's gonna get me anytime soon. Oh good, that's good. I wonder if they'll ever figure out who messed up the dudes. The dudes? The mural in the tunnel? Oh, I did that. What? Why? I don't know. That's not a reason. Why do you care so much? It's the dudes. You don't mess with the dudes like that. They're like a part of this place. This entire place is royally messed up, and nobody cares. I wanted someone to notice things aren't okay. This town is like a horror movie that never stops. It's not even a good one. Yeah, it might suck, but it's our horror movie, and that's kind of cool. Kind of cool, right? Yeah, but yeah, I know. I have the same thing inside of me. The thing, the thing. I feel like no one cares. Everything just sucks forever. There's the thing coming for us, happening to us. Yeah, but like, this isn't advice I'm good at taking, but sometimes things are big enough and bad enough that they're unkillable. But, you know, life goes on. Yeah, yeah, that's not really comforting. well, well, I'm still working out to be. Well, I'm still working out to. I am still working out a better pep talk for myself too. Fair enough. You know, does your family do stuff for the holidays? My dad's usually away on Thanksgiving, but he's home for longest night. You should come to Thanksgiving at my house. Oh no, 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 no. Come on. We have 4 chairs and there's only 3 of us. That other chair usually just has junk on it. No, 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 I can't. Why not? Huff, huff. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Hey, hey, okay, we can talk about it later. Huff, huff, huff. Thank Huff. You, Huff. You okay? Can I do anything? No, it's Huff. Cool, I just need to Huff. Sit here and be Huff. Quiet for a while. Okay, I'll leave you alone then. See you tomorrow, probably. May? Yep. Thanks for Huff hanging out with me. No prob, kid. Try not to, like, burn something down in the meantime. Ha ha ha. Huff. See ya. Well, that storyline, that little hangout stuff is finally over. Alright, there's maybe the tunnel left. But I want to see what's this way. We have rats. Oh, it's him. Hey, it's you. Yep, yep. For now, at least. You know, I never got your name. I'm the janitor. I clean up, do fix it. Whatever needs to be done. Whatever needs done. Oh, okay. So what's it like? So what has it been like being home again? Things like you remember them? No. I don't know. I don't even remember today. Sounds like you've been through something. How do you know? Code experience. I swear, some mornings I feel every bit as old as these trees. You know, something big did happen. And I feel like I should have woken up today. And, like, have learned something. But I don't know if I learned anything, really. Well, in my experience, the big things don't teach you anything. But they make you something. And sometimes you gotta wait a while to see what comes of it. Huh. Well, done an honest day's work. Quitting time. Smelter's game tonight. See you around. Not if I see you first, May. ha. Wheeze, ha ha ha! What? How did he... What? Wait, how did you know my name? Okay, that is what I was going for. Alright, so there's a tunnel left, and I want to save a tunnel for now. Or this guy first. Well, fall sure is ending. Sure looks like that. Sure looks that way. I've never seen you around before. I spend a lot of time indoors. But it's nice to take a break. And I like the cold. It's brisk today. Brisk? Sometimes I stand in the cold with my arms out and let the gusts of wind pass over me. Chills me out a bit. Like this? Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. It's cold. Maybe too cold. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to be doing it for too long. But when you can, go and get a coffee or a hot chocolate or something. The endless cycle of life. It's cozy. The endless cozy cycle of life. Jeez. I hadn't thought about it. I haven't thought about how cold it was getting out here until you mentioned it. It's snowing. I know. Sorry. You don't have to apologize. I'm from Canada. I have to apologize. I'm gonna put my arms down now. That's probably a good idea. The blood all ran out of my arm. The blood all ran out of my arms. Okay. Numb arms. Ooh. No one's here? Be nice. Holy crap! A taco place. This is the best thing that happened to this town since we got internet. We were still using Cyberfish until like 2 years ago. Because it's eternally 2 decades behind here. Takes you 3 days to torrent a movie. Takes you a day to load a GIF. Barbaric times. God, life moves on, huh? Oh my god, they deliver. I'm gonna eat the shit out of some tacos. So, you're a taco dude now? I mean, I was hired to be a taco artisan. But I guess that means holding the sign out in the snow. It's not really snowing that hard. It's snowing, there is snow in the sky falling. How are the tacos here? Good, I like tacos. There is not one person on God's earth who doesn't love tacos. Bad news, my ex hates tacos. Good news, now your ex. Hehehe. Have fun with the tacos. It pays. Taco Buck. Dine in, dine out. We deliver. Please tip your delivery persons. Best tacos in all of this general region. Pretty sure. Been missing the pizza place? Why not try a pizza taco? Oh, that sounds amazing. Watching your health? Try out all lettuce taco. No, I refuse. Get out of here, kid, I'm working. Oh, I guess I messed up. I could have talked to this guy more. Oh well. I did mess up this encounter, I guess. There's some stuff I did miss out on. Oh well. You know, I played this game so many times in the past. Like, I've done this so many times. Wait. Oh dear, that was almost dangerous. I almost pressed a button that... I don't see... I gotta get an SD card or something for my Switch. And also find a way to stream my games on my Switch. Because that's something I really want to do. Actually, let's go to the tunnel, but I think I'm generally done with this game. I hope Night in the Woods has been fun. And I have to admit, this after the whole inconsistent scheduling that I've had for like the last few sessions, or like the last who knows how long. Well, one, it does make sense for this time of year, because I'm normally busy around this time of year, most likely. To be honest, I was in a mood to stream Elder Scrolls Online, because I want to try more of the Cyrodiil stuff. But hey. You know what, I'm just gonna talk to the fisherman. Fisherman person, and then be done. Yeah, or those teens, I guess they're teens. When winter comes and water freezes, here the fish can be at ease. The tunnel is not flooded ruin. It's a home, a place for doing. Sure, that works. Please go away. No. No. Never. No. No. I refuse. Hey, you guys. Yeah? Stay safe, alright? Wow, thanks, Mom. Are you our new mom? Apparently. Life, man. It goes. Slowly. Nah, dude. Nah. There would have been like another piece of dialogue, but I already did that in another playthrough, and I don't feel like doing that this playthrough. I think if I do another Night in the Woods stream, I'm gonna try bringing it down more to like I'm gonna say every 3 to 4 hours instead of like, yeah, I'm going to go for 10 hours or whatever. Truth be told, I think those streams are fine, and I do admit that even a bit of this stream is a bit of a mess when it comes to Night in the Woods, but still, this has been fun, I guess. I do admit, like, I do want to play Night in the Woods more in my off time during this time of year. Mainly because I feel like I need to get into the mood of this game more, if anything. Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute, I didn't mess up. Hold on. Who are you? Haven't you seen me around? Nah. Well, I've noticed you. That's not weird or anything. Bit cold for standing outside, isn't it? Someone's gotta stand here. Hey you, Smelters fan? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah? Joe Smelters? Joe Smelters? Joe Smelters. He lost his best friend? So, he lost his best friend for now. Alright. I've talked to basically almost everybody besides Greg, I think, and that's it. Anyways, before the game... you know what, I'll just say what I want to say at the end. Around the credits, I guess. Well, look who's alive and well. Is that a surprise? Nah. Just seems like... relevant? Well, look who's alive and well to you. Well, look who's alive and well, you too. Yeah. Yeah. You want to get out of here? Do band practice? Yeah. Let's do it. Last year... Jeez, that door never gets any less stuck. Holy crap, is that a pentagram sticker? Yeah, it's a corpse diver sticker. Wonder what the 4 pentagrams mean. What 4 pentagrams mean? What? Nothing. Nobody here yet? Bunch of slackers. It's like they don't even want this band to secede. Secede? Or no, whatever. Where would we even play if we wanted to? I have no idea. Go play those Legion Hall shows in Fort Lucine? Lucine? Whatever the fort is, oh wow, those were fun. We'd be the oldsters now. Yep. So, you okay? I guess. I mean, as much as I can even tell you. I mean, as much as I can tell. As much as I... Oh my god. I'll get it eventually. Or I'll get it this time, hopefully. I mean, as much as I can even tell today. Yeah. Suspicious. Do you think those guys can get out of the mine? I guess we're gonna find out pretty quick. Did you notice anyone missing today? I don't know. But I don't think a lot of those guys were people I knew. Never can tell. Never can tell? This kind of thing happens to you often? Oh, all the time. So like, I don't really get what even happened down there with you and the whatever that was. The murder code of dads, the cosmic horror. Oh, okay, yeah, that. It's old. Something older than anything I can think of. And you can feel it inside. And it's in a hole outside town. Yes. No. Like, the thing in the hole is... Jeez, I lost it. It's okay. It's like... a porch light, a porch light that's on, and there are all these buds around it, and then the lights goes out, and there's a hole where the light was. It's it's like what happened to me back. It oh my god. It's like what happened to me way back. Like I was telling you about on the couch last night. God, that was last night. Seems like 2 weeks. Hee hee, yeah. What a what a weird fall it's been. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I mean, even beside even aside from that, from last night, weirdest couple of weeks of my life. Oh man, even if you knew. So, when we were at Donut Wolf the other night, yeah, I got that donut with a pentagram on it. That was a that was part of some weird shit these three weird teens told me would happen. Like it was gonna help me. And last night I saw another pentagram down in the tunnel. That's why you asked me about that sticker. Yeah. I mean, I mean, would I mean you know what Angus might would say? Haha, yeah. Pattern seeking. Okay, so get this. I went to Germ's house the other day. Holy shit! I never been there. Oh, it's nice. Up in the woods, got a trampoline. Aw, lucky. So's grandma told my fortune a little vaguely. I could have just been hearing what I wanted or wanted to hear or something. Sherm told me my fortune once. Maybe it's like a family thing. How'd he do it? He looked at he looked at he looked at like bite marks in some pizza we were eating. Pizza Mancer. Did you eat pizza with Germ's grandma or something? Nah, just looked at me. So what did she tell you? I mean, if you squint, sorta what happened last night? I mean, she was also like really rude about my whole, you know, brain issues. Blah. But still, kind of spooky. And like, okay, so there's this other person, this girl Lori I've been hanging out with. Who's Lori? Lori Myers. She's like 15, lives out by the tracks. You're hanging out with teens now? She needs a role model. That's nice of you, dude. We were doing this thing where you put these little metal guys on the tracks, and the train runs over them, and they get all deformed. Oh yeah, I used to do that with pennies. By the way, this entire part is going to be long. I've done a lot of stuff. I think. Guess I wasn't thinking big enough. The pentagram thing, and the and Germ's grandma, and just all of this. Like, there's some sort of thing under this holding all of it all. Oh my god. Like there's some sort of thing under this holding it all together. There we go. But not because it cares about us. The thing, the whole, the ghost dreams or whatever, which I barely remember now. Like even Possum Springs, like we used to have a lot more jobs and people and stuff, and now we don't, and none of it's anyone's fault really. Anyone here and now at least. When I was squashing those little toy guys with Lori, I was like, whoa, this is it. This is us. I don't know. It's all like dream logic or whatever. I feel like there are these giant, like when the mills and mines shut down, but those assholes down in the tunnels thought they could bring it back, or like nobody goes to church anymore. But but God's still gonna come back, or something. Or like you leaving the sheep thing open. Hey, like to them the gate's gone, and to you the sheep are drawn and like my whole bullshit end. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Man, you're right. You have had a you have had a couple you had a weird couple of weeks. You need like something? Yeah, man. Looking forward to longest night. Something like something to like reset everything. We got we got in all that longest night stuff at work. You can you can just come down there earlier and earlier every year. Oh, I also gave us a rat infestation in town. What? Eh, it's like one of, it's like that the one good thing that's happened. Hope Springs rat Hope Springs rats multiply. Very poetic, poetical. I'm I'm extremely poetical. Oh my god. Oh dear. They killed Casey. Yeah, they did. They killed Casey. I'm trying not to think about it. Do we like tell his parents? What do we tell them? I don't know. Is it worse to let them think he's alive, or tell them he's in a bottomless hole, in a tunnel, in the woods, with a bunch of guys who are gonna be dead soon? We should tell them. Okay. You get to figure out what we say. I'll let you know if I ever come up with anything. Sounds good. I think it's important at least we know. I think it's important that we know at least. Makes it mean something. I don't know how to say it. I think we might be the only things in the universe. Who cares about anything? Or who even can care? Do you think any of this means anything? Or like meant anything? Does it, Gregory? Hey babies. Hey hun. Babies. How was work? Jeez, I'm sore from like everything. Gotta do stretches. So like, can I move? Can I move to Bright Harbor with you guys? Uh, uh, um, uh, I thought you couldn't leave home. You guys are home enough. Or maybe I'll just visit for a while once you get settled in. Or maybe I'll just visit for a while once you get settled in. Of course. Yeah, dude, that'd be rad. Hey guys. Yeah. Thanks for saving me last night, like repeatedly. Not even a problem, dude. We'll save you as many times as it takes. Hey, B. Hey, B. Are you gonna say something? I don't really know what to say. What in the hell even happened last night? Ugh, don't ask me. Can't we just, like, play a song and get pizza and think about this tomorrow? I had a dream that the world was ending. Song and pizza. Alright. Sweet. It does, dude. What? Answering your question like 2 minutes ago. What question? What were we even talking about? And that's how it ends. Oh dear. So this has been Night in the Woods, doing all the Greg hangout stuff, I guess. After months of constant delays, constant change to my schedule, constant whatever, just not feeling the game, whatever, I am done with Night in the Woods for the fall 2021 playthrough. I don't know if I'll do Night in the Woods 2022, but if I do, and I have mentioned like I don't really feel like I should, but I think I should. However, I'm gonna do something different. I am actually gonna stay motivated on this. I am actually gonna try to stick with a schedule. Write down a schedule. Just plan everything out. And if that works, that works. And I'll be happy with that. And I'm glad the story will work out. I don't know what I'll do. I'll never do the whole, oh yeah, perfect run with a guitar hero or a bass hero or whatever it is. But if I do, I do. Anywho, there's like, trying to think. I have an idea for another, just a stream, because it's still 2021, and I feel like it'll make sense. I'm thinking about streaming Resident Evil Village. I thought it'd be fun, but maybe next year, perhaps? Huh. I've done Resident Evil Biohazard last year? Or, no wait, last Halloween? Like, this Halloween actually? Oh my god. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anywho, what I like to do? Oh yeah, the PS4 port. Oh dear. There's more credits. Because of a PS4 port. Oh dear. This has been a fun game. If it seems like I hate this game or whatever, I don't. I actually like this game. I think it's one of my favorite games ever. it's just a lot of work to stream. Especially to read all the dialogue and all that stuff. It's just hard on my throat. I am getting old. And we go from the start of a journal to the end. Everything we kind of done this entire playthrough. Or what I've done, basically. I think if I do Night in the Woods next year, I'm not gonna do it like, oh hey, I'm gonna stream it like at the start, or like, I think I started it in February or so, this year. But I think what I want to do is, I think this may be whatever it is. Oh dear. I don't think I'll play the game inside the game, so like, I'm not gonna play Demon Tower. Even though I like playing Demon Tower, I feel like I'll save more time. Or whatever. Though it is something I do where every playthrough I'll try to do something. This has been an interesting story. Ah, dear. And that has been Night in the Woods. I think the next major game I'm gonna stream. Okay, yeah, I gotta think about games that I should stream moving forward with the channel. Like, I wanted to bring back games I've played before. Dude. This has been a fun little game. And I hope it was a fun experience. Now that Night in the Woods is done, I am free to do whatever the hell I want. I can play... I guess I'll play Elder Scrolls Online tomorrow, or maybe Fortnite. I gotta play that more. Nah, I want to play more Elder Scrolls Online. I've been really in the mood for it. Mainly the Cyrodiil War stuff, but I don't know. Anywho, I was thinking that, hey, if the stream wasn't that long, so like 2 hours or so, but this has been an average stream. I was gonna do one of these two things. Probably this, because this is probably something nice. But, you know what? I think I'll just leave it as it is. Maybe another time, perhaps. I have the ideas to stream that, because I think it'll be fun, but I also want to make sure it works. Like, I can stream it. That's kind of a main factor for a lot of things. I would love to stream certain games. Like, I would fucking love to stream Okami, but I can't because 2 scenes are blocked. Like, the final fucking boss is blocked. Thanks. I love that feature. I really love that feature on the PlayStation. Like, scenes are blocked. And just some, I think the festival stuff I think is blocked after defeating like one of the major bosses in the game. And also, I also fucking, and again, I don't love this stuff. I hate this. I would love to stream Final Fantasy VII Remake. However, I can't stream the fucking final boss and the final section of a game. Because that's blocked as well. That's fun. Now, I don't know about Dark Souls. I don't know about Dark Souls 1 and 2, because I kind of want to experience that on the channel. Like, I want to experience the entire game on this channel. And I think moving forward with everything, I'm keeping no bat seating as a tag. I think it'll be fine. It's fine. Anywho, who is live? Well, I have no idea. Anywho, I think that's it, really. This series has been weird with timing and everything. It's been very, very weird. I guess it's just between my moods for this game and whatnot. Dear. Anywho, let me just say some stuff because this is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching the stream. As well as anyone who's followed, whatever on Twitch side. I'm trying to not go like hi YouTube often, because I think that's better for me, I guess. But I like upload. This will always be up on the channel on YouTube. If anyone misses this for whatever reason, there's probably better people who play this, who does this game better than how I do it. But hey, but hey, I do my best. And I would say this. I prefer just reading stuff to myself. Like, I like silently read. I like reading stuff quietly to myself because I think that works for me. That is something how I read. That's how I do stuff. But hey. That's how I do stuff. Anywho. What's next? What's next for a channel? I don't know. I don't know what's next. I have no idea what's coming up next. I'm just gonna go here. It does play music. And also, going back from the concept art does play the music back again. Alright. After the menu song is over, I'm gonna end. I don't think I'm gonna raid. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Like the whole ending stuff. I think it was on thank yous, I guess. Yeah, I was alright. I'll probably just say the thank yous for the whole YouTube archive stuff when I plug in my stuff. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. Anywho, which by the way, because that's the thing, if you ever miss these streams when they were live, if you ever miss these streams live, which I don't really blame, I do have the archive channel, which is where all these go eventually. I currently have released a new video. For the record, I'm gonna just say this: I'm not like, oh hey, I gotta upload a video every day type of channel. Nah, I'm just uploading what I have available, just as frequent as I can. If it means daily, then sure, fuck it, whatever. It's all the archives I had available. All private archives I have yet to release. I'm working on that. And eventually I'll probably work on the thumbnails for all the older streams. Even the streams that are up right now. It's gonna take longer because YouTube is YouTube. I think YouTube's changes that I hate the most is getting rid of the dislike button and the whole thing where you can only have one custom thumbnail for every 24 hours. That is a really bad change. I hate that change. And I really hope they consider going back on that, but they won't. I love and hate YouTube at the same time. Anywho, speaking of YouTube, first and foremost, let me plug in my stuff. I tend to plug in my stuff at the end of streams. I feel like that's probably the best way to plug in my stuff. It's like, hey, here's some stuff you should check out. I don't have... Before I do it, I'm going to say what I don't have links for. So, I don't have a link to TikTok. Someone did say something I should have one, but honestly, I don't know what's funny from the stream. It's just me poorly reading the dialogue in this game. Oh dear. Maybe it's poorly voice acting stuff? I don't fucking know. And what else is there? And also, I just don't get TikTok. And I don't have one. What else is there? What else is there? I do have an Instagram, just that's some other popular thing people have. It is private. I just want to have it private as it's more personal, I guess. If friends and family can be able to follow that. And I do have two major things. Well, let's start off with the self-advertisement for the plugins for Twitter, which is the Bluebird Hell site, where all the archives will eventually go, and also the archive channel I was complaining about a lot, the YouTube art channel. Yeah. Anywho, I don't know what to do now. Okay, since that's out of the way, I guess I can say thank you for watching, and I guess, happy holidays, I guess? Yeah. I don't know who to raid, so I don't know. I want to do better. Next year, what I want to do is try to improve the quality of these streams. Like, I want to improve, the scheduling, everything. Even if it's, during my infrequent times when I'm not streaming as much. Which is actually coming very soon. 2 weeks from here. And maybe even next week, if anything, because I don't know how my computer will be next month. Dear. If my computer I think my computer should be fine. It's been fine for who knows how long. Anywho. I think that's everything. I've got everything out of the way. I've talked about everything. But what else what am I missing? I don't have any plans on raiding tonight. So, I guess this is it. Oh, for tomorrow's stream, I talked about streaming Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe I'll do that. Truth be told, I need more games to stream. Maybe I'll do an art stream, but truth be told, I'm still struggling coming up with ideas. That's kind of the hardest part about being an artist, I guess, at least for me, is coming up with the ideas to of knowing who to work with or knowing what to draw or what to work on. That is the worst thing. Art blots and writer's block fucking suck a lot. Anywho, that's about it, really. Again, I'll think about something. I'll think about something. Ideally, I want to do Elder Scrolls Online. I kind of want to do like another Cyrodiil stuff. Maybe a Fortnite stream. Maybe even bring back Minecraft or something. I just wasn't in the mood for it, to be honest. I don't know. I'm still. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's about it. Anywho. One last time, because obviously I don't know how to properly end my streams. I take forever to end my streams. I am grateful that my computer was able to survive. Like, I don't know how, like, one final thought. One final thought with my computer laptop problem. High DWM. I'm surprised it lasted today. Like, was just fine. If it's over like 200 megabytes, that's where I have to start resetting. If it keeps rising after 200 megabytes, that's where I just reset the damn thing. Because that's probably the only fix to it. And I have to pray to Intel or whoever to fix this damn problem. This is Intel's fault. They have to fix it. And I say they should fix it immediately. But it's been a year and they don't care about making customers happy. They never do. They never do. Anywho, that's it for computer problems. I'm trying not to talk about it much on videos anymore. I kind of just want to log it in my own journal. So that's what I'm gonna do. As to what I'm gonna do after the stream, I don't know. Probably just do stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. Anywho, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what time. Probably around 12. Probably like right after lunch. I don't know. All right. Bye. 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 Bye.